Hello and welcome back. We'll get right into things today. I have downloaded Codestral 22 billion parameter model from Mistral, and I am using it in my LM Studio in server mode right here. You can see this. You can see I've also been chatting with it a little bit as well. Um, it's in server mode right now, and I've got Microsoft's AutogenStudio running, and I'm running it to do some various things. I wanted to show a couple of the tasks that I assigned it, and it really did well. This one right here I just executed. I just told it, please create a Python script to search the web via Google for latest nanotechnology trends, and it did it. It did it really well. Here's the server logs. Here's the output from the various LMs. Sure, it initially failed. I tried to do some stuff here and whatever. I was a little skeptical of this when I saw this right here, this TF2CXC group soup select. Feels like it's trying to mimic some patterns or whatever. You can see it didn't have any output. It figured out a little bit, so it installed the Google package, and then it called this. It got it on the second try. So then it comes back with all of these things, these results, these web results. Sorry, I'm getting over a little sinus congestion. Uh, Here's the summary of it all. Let's look at the actual output in the UI here and see here. Look, here's all of these things. They work. It's real. So it analyzed the first, what, 10 results of Google results and came up with some good stuff. So that was cool. Another one I did was I just told it, I gave it a skill called find archive papers or something like that. And I told it I wanted it to just look for material science breakthroughs in nanotechnology. And again, it did. It took 1 minute to do it. I'll show you how fast it is to do stuff like this. But here's the results of the archive search. This is correct. This is the skill that it should have used. So it figured out correctly to use the right skill. These max results 5. I'm not sure if it did that or not. In any case, the formatting is off on this stuff, uh, at least well, the LLM, I guess, created some bad formatting, but then it re-summarizes it. Okay, so it did just stop at 5. Um, and then I followed up. I said, I'd like you to glean what you can from all those summaries and tell me future of human technology or whatever. And it did a pretty good job of parsing the previous messages and results and figuring stuff out. This one took 3 minutes. You can see the agents were reasoning through some of their logic and yeah, and passing back and forth their thoughts. And then it comes back and says it gave us the summary up here. The task requested by the user was to examine the summaries of archive papers related to nanotechnology and predict how this technology could shape the future. Yes, that's exactly what I asked for. Um, Here, let's see. We're going to test one. We're going to do a new flow. The default agent workflow is the one that I've given all the skills to. I think I've given it RAG. I want you to search to find documents and look for the latest in the Russian invasion of Ukraine. Let's see if this will work. It should. I hope it will give us the find papers skill that I gave it. Um, I will use the find doc function. That looks right, so we'll see when it pops up here if it's going to do the right thing. Uh, Search archive, no. Well, where's find doc? I just saw here. Finally, I will use the find doc function to retrieve more detailed information. Well, that didn't do what I wanted it to. So that's a bummer, but I think it was how I worded the prompt as much as anything. Um, let's see, from skills import find paper titles. Well, okay, it did one better. Look, well, here it is. It's doing the RAG. It's actually doing the RAG. Correct. So the secret sauce here is this find doc function. it actually calls the RAG solution behind the scenes. And that's what I just know that this text right here is from the local documentation that I was hoping it would search. Um, it's trying, you can see it's trying to look more for that specific text. But yeah, finite did not, yeah. So it's reasoning through all of the stuff here. It's pretty fast. I got my my RTX 3090 here, and it's, I'm getting 30 tokens a second or so, which will result in 1 to 3 or 4 minutes long execution chains, depending on how much text is outputted. Uh, but it's going pretty okay. You can see it actually did execute the RAG solution. Uh, it just didn't find the stuff that I was hoping it would find. It's looking for it did that search archive function first, and that kind of threw it off. So there's still work to be done, but I think the reason that this is working so much better and executing code so much better is because it's a coding model. Another thing is when these AI agents talk to each other, I think they use JSON output and a library called Pydantic, which I believe translates outputs or coaxes output from an LLM to be JSON, so that you can use it in API programming, right? And that's how you can get around. So yeah, you can see 2 minutes and 8 seconds. You can see the code that it originally tried. It searched the archive, which is a bunch of research papers. So I wouldn't expect it to find anything there. But what it eventually did was it got some paper titles from archive and saved it, whatever. Um, but it eventually, yes, so it's trying to find out for that title, and that's where we see it doing all this other stuff. So let's look back to the summary. Uh, it's going to be the first message here. I'm trying to find more detailed information about this paper from a local document store using the find doc function. It was not found in local documents stored due to either its absence or a potential typo in the title. Suggestion was made. Okay. Uh, it did an okay job, kind of doing more or less what I wanted it to do. But yeah, this was just I just wanted to make a quick video on Codestral and the AutogenStudio solution that I've got set up. It's working pretty good. I think that we are going to keep seeing more models that are increasingly capable on the open source market. And once we get to a decent level of a decent quality of open source models freely available, I think that you're going to see AI agents really take off and people experimenting and figuring out how to build with them. Because I think that a lot of developers just don't have the I don't know, maybe the capital available to use ChatGPT's API to, or whatever, all of these various APIs. And so the more we can reduce the cost and the barrier to entry on these agents and these models, I think that you're going to really start to see things shine. Um, yeah, that's all I really had. Just wanted to put a little bit of a video up to show some of my analysis on Codestral. It's working really great. It got the Python snake game in one shot. It worked perfectly. Actually, I have that. I can show you that. Let's just run it right here. Here's the snake, and it works. It's very fast. But I lost. Okay, lost twice in a row. But that's great. This is perfect. So snake game is oh, I have to, yeah, then we can do this. It did that on the first try. I just used my LM Studio to get that. I didn't use my agent chains. I don't think I have my history back where I wrote that. But in any case, that's it. I hope you liked the video. Tell me in the comments what you'd like to see more of. I'd like to produce more videos with helpful, engaging content that provides some value. So yeah, let me know what you guys would like to see more of, and I will try my best to get more videos of that. Uh, thanks for watching if you watched to this point, and I'll see you again later maybe.